Hey guys, and welcome to Haunted but True Story Time. I'm your host, your favorite auntie. Yeah, I'm your host, your favorite auntie, China Dog. So, welcome to Haunted but True Story Time, where the stories are true, but the characters are family, and friends. You guys, if you're new to my page, please hit that subscribe button in the corner of this video. Also, hit that bell button so you can be notified when I go live or drop a video. Also, could you to the replay game? Please don't forget to close the door because I see your family in the live is not closing the door. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. They're not closed. I told Sweetie. All right. All right. All right, Sweetie. I told you, break your back. All righty. So um please close the door. And if you would like to be included in story time and you're a part of the replay game, all you have to do is send your auntie a tip through the super thanks below this video, which is the heart with the dollar sign in it. And I thank you in advance. And to everybody else in the live that's actually here, let me say hello to Hey Jasmine, hey Chastain, hey Strawberry, hey Regina, hey Reality, hey Ryan, hey Marcus, hey Talali, hey Sweetie. If you break you back, and I already told you, and I'm not shaking your stinking hands. My man's reminding me of you. She didn't even talk like you. Oh man, must like have your auntie right there in real time. Hey Jersey, hey Ryan. Let's see. Hey Regina. Hey Gemini, we ain't seen you in a minute. Hey love, welcome back. Hey Sherelle, glad you made it on time. Yes. So this is the time where you get your cakes, your snacks, your pies, your cookies, all that good stuff. Your twisties, your shot glasses, your wine glasses, your hot wings, because you know it's a Friday. So I know a lot of y'all probably ain't gonna cook. So your pizza, whatever you eat tonight, get that, bring it over to your device so you can go ahead and get story time started and you won't have to be looking for nothing. Now, if you are new to my page and you would like to be included in story time, there are three ways you can be included in story time. Now, the first way you can be included in story time is by joining the family. Yes, that is a membership. Smallest package that I have is $1.99 a month, and it's not gonna cut you off at the knees. Your lights ain't gonna get cut off if you don't, you know, if you don't get it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't pay, it's $1.99. It's not gonna kill you. Now, the second way you can be a part of story time is any tip over $10 will automatically get you put in story time. Okay. Now you can send that tip through Cash App or YouTube, however, whichever, that's fine. Auntie thanks you in advance. The only difference is the one with Cash App is a little shit talking. Other than that, you're good. Okay. Now the last and final way you can be included in story time is Biggest Tipper. Biggest Tipper starts at $35. Anybody that goes over that $35, and then the person that goes over them, and then the person that goes over them, so forth and so on. And whoever has the biggest tip at the end of the night will be included in three story times. Do you hear me? One, two, three. Sweet tea, say it with me. One, two, one, two, three, three. Three story times. Okay. So y'all go ahead and get everything you need. Let me see. I got my drink started. Okay. Red rock. Okay. Okay, Gemini. And 125 story time Chastain. You can stop with that. Y'all get y'all two stories tonight. I'm gonna give y'all got two stories. I'm not gonna keep you long, probably about an hour, so you'll know how long it'll be. I'm not gonna keep you long, take up all your time. Yes. And I see some of y'all that are new that has not been around in a while. Hey stuff still. I see you missing you back. I'm glad to see you found your way back. Let me see. Hey reality. Yes. So if you haven't gotten your auntie something for her birthday, you might want to run over and do that unless you want to be dead in all your story times. Because it's gonna be a lot of slow slap. What- Hey honey. Hey honey. What you doing? You scared your sister? Girl, start acting so scared. Bam, why you do that? Bam. What you come here, honey. Come here. What you doing? Huh? Why you scare your sister? Why you scare your sister, huh? Go get that. Hello, Sticky. Not 06 story. Y'all, oh my goodness. We're gonna do that hooked on funny class soon, you guys. For all the ones that don't know how to count. We're gonna get that hooked on funny class started as soon as possible. I promise you. I seen a big ass house, something in my house, so I'm moving. I don't even blame you, Gemini. I don't even blame you. Yep, I would too. Don't blame me. All right, guys, y'all got 2 minutes before we get ready to start this story time. So, yes, yes. Everybody that tip in story time tonight will be included in Tuesday story time. Just to let you know when you'll be included in story time when your story will come up. So, yes. But y'all already know if I don't have enough people, I will not be doing story time on Tuesday. So, y'all know how that goes. Y'all got 2 more minutes and we're going to get ready to start. Yes, it is reality. It's fucking Friday. That's what it is over here. It's fucking Friday. We don't care. We made it through the week. We beat the hell out of nobody. We went to jail. Ain't nobody need no bun fee. We doing good. Today is fucking Friday. So anybody that come to you with some bullshit, fuck it. Fuck it. You ain't gotta deal with it. Fuck it. It's the weekend. We ain't gotta deal with it. Put that shit on hold till Monday. We ain't got time this weekend. Fuck it. We not. All righty, guys. Y'all got 1 more minute before we start this story time. Reality, you in story time tonight. Ew. Can you come pull my door up? Thank you. No, Slicky, nobody has tipped. Reality, you here, Venus. Hey, Venus. Yes, you in story time tonight too. Way is in story time tonight too. So Slicky is gonna be Way, Venus, and reality for the first story. So you'll know how to put them down. So when they ask me when their story was, I can let them know. Thank you, thank you. Venus, you was almost late there. You was almost late. You slid in the door right on time, right on time. Alrighty, guys, we're about to get ready to start this story time and get this done so y'all can enjoy your Friday, fall into some ass, however you want to do it. Don't matter to me, it ain't my business. But we're about to get ready to start this story time. So if you guys are ready, go ahead and give them thumbs, give them thumbs, give me those thumbs. I need thumbs up of the chat and thumbs up of the live. I need thumbs from everybody. Let me get those. I would greatly appreciate it. He doing okay. He's still going. He's still struggling, but he okay. And I told him we were still praying for him. So y'all just continue to pray for me though. Thank you for letting me know step because I don't want to keep calling them folks, getting on their nerves. I'm gonna have to put somebody out and this time they answer the phone. Like, no, we don't have anything. Like, woosah, woosah. Yes, come on, give them thumbs up of the live, thumbs up of the chat, give them thumbs. Lord, yeah, don't have those sweet feet, so silly. All righty, guys. We're about to get ready to start this first story of the night. First story of the night has reality, Way, and Venus. I see Venus is in here. I see reality is in here. Way is gonna be a part of the replay game, so I already know where she is. We're about to get ready to start this story time. So, ladies, I hope you guys like the story. Like to hear, here it goes. Now, Away Reality and Venus work for a company that took donations, kind of like the Kidney Fund, but not the Kidney Fund. It's kind of like the Kidney Fund, you know what I'm saying? When they pick up donations and stuff. So they would be the ones who drive the truck to pick up all the donations. So one day they were picking up donations and everything, and they supposed to get off at 5 o'clock. But the operator called in and let them know they had one last pickup that called in late that they needed to go get. Now, of course, reality tell no, we supposed to get off at 5. She was like, I understand that. We'll pay you overtime. We just need you to go get it because it's a last minute, pickup and y'all already gonna be in the area. So reality was like, she thought about it. Venus was like, "Nope, drop me off at home." She like, "Nah, Venus, because we all gotta go." So Venus like, "Oh, man, they said overtime, right?" Like, yeah, they said overtime. All right, bet. So reality radio into the operator. She told him, "All right, cool. What's the address?" So the operator get them the address, and reality them was actually like 5 or 6 minutes down the street from the address. So they like, "Okay, cool, bet, let's go." So they drive over. Mind you, it's like five something after 5 now. So the sun is kinda going down. They drive over, they get to the house, and they pull up to this big ass Victorian house, beautiful Victorian house. So instantly, Way is like, "I know we ain't finna have to get everything in the damn house." Reality like, "I hope not, 'cause I'm not doing it." Venus like, "If that's the case, they need to call a man group over here to come get this, 'cause I don't do furniture, I don't do none of that shit like that." So Reality like, "Let's go find out what she need, and we'll just go ahead and get it." So they get out the car, well, out the truck, and they go on over there. "Thank you, step step." So they get on that truck and they go on over there to the house. They go up to the house and they knock on the door. They knock on the door. Old, frail, soft looking lady comes to the door. She all humped over a little bit. And she's like, "Yes." And they like, "Yeah, we here to pick up the donation. You called and said you needed us to do a pickup." She was like, "Oh, yeah, follow me." So they come into the house. Venus closed the door and they're walking behind her. They following her. So they walk through this big ass house for her. And then she goes to the basement area. She like, "It's down here in the cellar." So they follow her down there in the cellar. By this time, Venus like, "Man, it's creepy as hell." But Wait elbow her like, "Shh." Reality like, "Man, how much further we gotta go to get this stuff?" She like, "We almost there." And she go get to the bottom of the stairs and go through her little wine area and she open the door. She like, "It's right there." So they look and it's a dark ass room, but there's boxes in the room. So they like, "We gotta get all them boxes?" She like, "No, just the first 3 that's in there." I bet. So Way Reality and Venus walk into the room and they pick up them big old boxes. And when they turn around to get ready to walk out, lady gone. And the cellar dark. So instantly Reality like, "Where the hell she go?" Way like, "See, I ain't feeling this, man. What's going on?" Venus like, "I told y'all." Reality like, "It's getting creepy." Venus like, "Getting creepy? Bitch, we passed creepy on the stairs. What are you talking about? Like, it's been creepy." So Reality screams out, "Ma'am, you still down here?" Nobody responds. She like, "Come on, man, let's go, 'cause it's creepy down here." As they walk out of the room where they got the boxes from, they hear a loud cackle, like a witch's cackle. Laugh. Scares them. Everybody freezes and they still. Venus said, "What was that?" Reality like, "I don't know. What the hell going on, man? What's going on?" Wait, like, "That don't sound good, man. I don't know what it is." Then suddenly stuff around them start to fall. Ain't nobody even touching it, just starting to fall. They looking around the room, scared, don't know what's going on. Reality said, "Fuck this." She dropped her box. So Way and Venus dropped their boxes too. And they run upstairs. They run back upstairs. When they open up the door to the upstairs and run out, they look around and the house is completely abandoned. Reality like, where the hell did everything go? I'm talking about cobwebs and everything. They look down and it's a big circle of like half-eaten, rotten bodies of pets, dogs, just in a circle in the living room. And Venus is like, "We didn't pass that shit coming in. What the hell is that?" Reality's like, "I don't know, man. We need to go." All of a sudden, they pushed from behind. All three of them pushed from behind into the circle. They fall into the circle, turn around and look up. Old, like gray-haired woman with a cloak on that's black. She got her head down. She frail looking from the way she walking. and she got these 2 massively tall fucking figures standing behind her like bodyguards. And as they move, as she moves, it sound like chains, like thick ass pit bull type chains on the floor being dragged. This scares the shit out of Reality and Venus and Way. They all looking at this bitch like, "What the hell? What is going on?" So Venus like, "What do we do? What do we do?" Reality just reach over and she grabs the skull of a dog, and she throws that shit. When she throws it, she tell them, "Run, run for the door." So Venus and Way jumps up and they instantly start running. Of course, Reality follows behind them. She running as well. They all 3 run towards the door. As they are running out the door, they feel themselves grabbed from the back of the head, hair and all, just pulling them back into the house. They all fighting to get out the house, holding on to the outside of the door frame, pulling their hair, trying to get out this house, turning around to fight, putting their foot up on the door frame, trying to pull their hair away to get out of this house. I'm talking about snatching hair out their head, but they managed to get away. They run out of the house, the door slammed behind them. They run into the truck, Reality radio into the operator, let them know, "Man, I'm calling the police. This lady attacked us. I'm calling the police." So the operator like, "She attacked y'all?" "Yes, call the police, call the police." So Reality called the police. She sat out there in front of the house with Way and Venus. And they just, scared and pissed off all at the same time. So they waiting on the police to get there. Police get there. They tell the police what happened. The lady in there, she tried to attack us. We came to pick up a donation from her. She tried to attack us. So the police go into the house. When they get into the house is abandoned. Ain't nothing in the house. So they come back out like, "We didn't find anything in the house." "So you didn't find the bloody circle of dead dogs and shit in the floor? You ain't see none of that." And they like, "We didn't see anything in the house. It's just spider webs. We didn't see nothing." "You checked the cellar? It was a lot of shit in the cellar. You checked down there?" "Ma'am, there's nothing in that house. No box, no nothing." But they know they brought 3 boxes out of there, but no box, no nothing. This ain't making no sense. So the police like, "You sure you guys, wasn't trying to break in here?" And they like, "Break in?" So they call the operator. Operator picks up the phone. They tell the operator, "Can you please tell them what we came over here to do?" So the operator gets on the phone and she tell them, the police ask for address. She gives them address. Police like, okay. So, okay. So they get a phone back to Reality. Reality like, "What the hell is the okay about?" So she was like, "The address. What about the address?" She was like, "I gave y'all the wrong address the first time." Reality like, "What?" She like, "I gave y'all the wrong address." She was like, "The lady called in and gave me the wrong address. So when she called in and gave me the wrong address, I gave y'all the wrong address." She was like, "But the lady called right back in 10 minutes after I got off radio with y'all and told me the right address." She said, "I was gonna call and tell y'all what the right address was, but when I looked at the truck location, it showed y'all was at the right address. So I figured the lady flagged y'all down and y'all found the right house." What? Come find out, the house they supposed to been going to was next door to this house that they went in. What the hell? Of course, the lady called. She like, she didn't know what was going on with the donation truck out in front of her house. It's police and everything. So the operator told her she apologized. It was a mix up, but she guaranteed, somebody will come, the group will come pick the stuff up tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So the operator tell Reality Venus and Wade to go over there and apologize to the lady. You know what I'm saying? Let the lady know y'all sorry and y'all will come pick the load up tomorrow. So the police was like, "Before they do that, let me go over here and verify and confirm this is the lady." So he goes over there and he talked to the lady, and the lady confirmed she was the lady they called, said she fell asleep. When she woke up, you know what I'm saying, she instantly started to call to let them know she fell asleep and they could still come. And so the police come back and he let them know, "Look, the lady said she was the one that called in. She was the one that, called in for this pickup. So whatever y'all need to say to her, go on over there and say it. It's cool." So Reality and them on the phone, operate like, "Be nice." You know what I'm saying? Because it was a mix up. "Be nice." We want her as a customer and all this shit. So Reality and Phoenix away like, "All right, man." So they go over there, they straighten themselves up, and they go over and they knock on the door, and the door opens. Yeah. And when the door opens, it's the same old lady from the Victoria next door. They see this woman, like, they didn't say nothing. They just stood there shocked, looking at this lady. Like, "What the fuck? This is the same bitch that let us into the Victorian, into the cellar. How the fuck?" Like, they was shocked to see this lady. And she just stared at them. And then she said, "I'll see you tomorrow." And she closed the door. Reality looked that way looked at Venus. She won't see me tomorrow. Hell no, she won't see me tomorrow. The police told them they was free to go because they didn't find anything in the house. It didn't look like they was trying to break in and nothing like that, so they told them they was free to go. So they did leave and they went on back to work. Well, drop the truck off and everything. Next day, sure as shit, that address called in for a pickup. And of course the lady was finna send reality them up back over there. But reality, Venus, and Wait all refused the delivery. Said they didn't want to do no delivery, no pickups, no deliveries in that area. They didn't want to go over there and do it. So they decided to send another crew over get the to get the pickup from over there. Now, a couple days after all this shit happened, Venus, Way, and Reality all started experiencing like really, really bad migraines, like bad, like crippling migraines. Didn't know why. When they had their heads checked, nothing was showing up as wrong. Didn't know why they was getting these headaches so bad until Reality went to a cousin's house who had a friend there, and she was sitting around. And when Reality came into the house, the friend jumped. And Reality like, "What's wrong with you?" And the girl was like, "You just got you got a really bad, attachment. Like this shit is evil. Like it's bad." And Reality had no idea. But when the girl started talking to her, asking her had she crossed somebody, had she, what I'm saying, did anything wrong, she kept telling her no, no, no. But then she remembered what happened to her at work. She told the girl about what happened at work, and you know how they had to get out of there. And the girl said, "Did they take your hair?" And she was like, "I don't know. I think they did because I was just trying to get away. I wasn't trying to save every strand. I was just trying to get the hell out of the house to get away." And the girl told her because whoever it was took the strand of hair out of her head, they are using this to like work on her. I don't know, to like hurt her or make her weak. But all three of them are experiencing these like migraines, like really bad migraines, but they're very severe on full moon night, like crying in the hospital, morphine being pumped into you, migraine, all because this shit took their hair. So I don't know if it was the lady next door or is she really who she says she is or what. I don't know. I don't know. But they still experience them headaches like all the time ever since this situation happened. There's nothing in like a CAT scan of the head that'll show what's going on, nothing like that. Um, it just it's just they just still experiencing these headaches. And it's really bad on full moon night. So I don't know. Mm, I don't know. I just know people can do curses and stuff like that on you by using your hair, your underwears, your toothbrushes, anything that's really like personal that you use, it can be used against you. So the fact that they rushed out of there without having, their hair being pulled out of their head and the strands are gone, they experienced really bad headaches, like really, really bad headaches. But on full moon, they had like these migraines that send them to the hospital. They don't know why. It just happened. And ain't nothing they can do to stop it. They don't know how to stop it. The girl didn't know how to stop it. All she knew was that shit is there. She could see it. Like it was like a big ass shadow behind reality when she entered the room. So she could see it. She just didn't know how to stop it. So reality had been she told Venus and Way what her friend said and everything. And she's just been looking for ways to try to get this shit off her. So I don't know. I didn't know what to tell her. I gave her a few little spells out of my book, but yeah, I didn't know what to tell her to like stop it. So I don't know. So that's your guys' first story. This is your brief intermission where you get to go to the bathroom, get yourself a drink, retwist your twisties, refill your shot glasses, go over and sip your auntie, and meet me back here in 4 minutes for the last story of the night. Yes. Thank you, Evelyn. Okay, so um, Suki and Kay. I have Steph and Evelyn as tips. So those are the two people for the story time on Tuesday. Hopefully, I will get more people. But if not, I can't do story time with two people. So yeah. Uh, hey Juicy, yep, you were late. I'm glad you don't touch the phone though because I see you driving. Hey Idlewild, you been, girl, where you been? Where you been? Huh? Just missing in action. When you fall off the place like the face of the earth and come back. Because I'm just wondering, we ain't seen you in a while. Like in a while, in a while. Let me know where you been. Doctor's excuse. Note something along them lines. Oh, man. Don't cry. Don't cry. Just get it out. Yes. Hey, J Bo. You still texting. You supposed to be driving. Girl, look, don't take that phone. I need no accident. I need to hurt yourself. It's fucking Friday, so I'm pretty sure we ain't the only ones that's like, fuck it. I'm pretty sure there's other people that's like, fuck it too, and I don't want you to be the consequences of somebody else's actions. So get your ass off that phone. All righty, guys, go over and tip your auntie. You got 2 minutes before I start the last story of the night. He doing okay. Just keep him in your prayers, J Bro. He just needs you to keep him in his prayers. Keep him in your prayers. Him and his family. I see y'all ain't thumbing up live. I need y'all to thumb up live. Who ain't closed my door? Close the door, because y'all ain't closing the door. Yeah, he ain't on Telegram like that either because he going through some stuff. So yeah. Come on, close the door, close the door, close the door. So y'all want me to y'all really want me to call y'all out? That's what y'all want me to do? You want me to call you out individually? I hate having to do that, but I will if you don't close the door. And if you do to my page, you don't know what I mean. When I say close the door, that means thumbs up the live. So close the door because it's 6 of y'all, and I will call 5 of y'all, and I will call y'all out if you don't close the door. About to get ready to start this next story. Well, the last story of the night in 1 minute. So you got time to still go tip your auntie. Go over and tip your auntie. If you have a package, a birthday gift coming for your auntie, please let me know when it's coming so I can be on the lookout for it. Um, stay outside, baby. Door being closed. Well, thank you, Steph. I'm glad the door being closed. Yes. All righty, guys. So we're about to start the next story, the last story of the night. Go ahead and give them thumbs, give them thumbs, give them thumbs. Let me know you ready. Okay. Give them thumbs, y'all. It like I ain't gonna be doing story time on Tuesday. I only have 2 people, so probably won't be doing story time on Tuesday, guys. Just let y'all know. Give them thumbs, give them thumbs, give them thumbs. Let me know you ready for the last story of the night. Give them thumbs, give them thumbs, give them thumbs, thumbs. All righty, guys. So the last story of the night has Evelyn, Ryan, and Chastain. Evelyn, Ryan, and Chastain. Are you ladies in the building? Roll call. Evelyn, Ryan, and Chastain. Evelyn, Ryan, and Chastain. Ryan's in the building. Hmm. Evelyn's in the building. Chastain, where your fast ass at? There she go. All right. So we got perfect attendance. Thank you, ladies, for being here. I hope you ladies like your story. I like to hear, here it goes. So, like I said, Evelyn, Ryan, and Chastain, here's your a story. So, Ryan and Chastain was sisters. Ryan was 12, Chastain 15. And their parents decided to go on holiday, or as we call it, vacation. So, because they was going on holiday for a week, Chastain and Ryan had to stay with Grandma Evelyn. And they stayed with Grandma Evelyn before, and they've never had, any problems. They love going on their Grandma Evelyn house because they got friends in her neighborhood too. So they ain't had no problem going over there. They like going over there. So they get to Grandma Evelyn's house, and they're supposed to be there for a week. So they were there the first 3 days. Everything is fine. Now they're scheduled to leave on Friday to go back home. So Thursday, Chastain decided she was gonna hang out with her homegirl, her little pack on the beach and drink and smoke, just to kick it with them because she knew she was gonna leave soon. So while Chastain out there kicking on the beach with her little homies, drinking and smoking and shit, laughing, having a good time, Ryan comes out of the woods with her little group of friends. It's the Chastain like, nope, nope, take your bad ass home. Nope, you don't need to be here with us. And Ryan like, nope, fuck you. I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying right here. So she sits down. They got a little fire and everything. So her little friends sit down with Chastain and they little friends. So Chastain like, take your ass home, Ryan. You don't need to be here. And Ryan was like, no, I ain't going nowhere. You don't tell me what to do. And then Chastain's friend was like, Chastain, leave her alone. It's okay. Let her stay. You know what I'm saying? If the mimic get her ass, then that just be on her. And Ryan like, mimic. And Chastain said, look, she's a scaredy cat. Don't scare her. Just leave it alone. Don't tell her because she gonna be all scary and then I'm gonna get in trouble. So don't say nothing. Ryan like, I ain't scared, bitch. I ain't gonna be scared. Tell me I ain't scared. So Chastain was like, really, you ain't scared? Ryan, I ain't scared. Fuck you. I ain't scared. Don't be telling people I'm scared. What is wrong with you? Chastain was like, okay. So she tell her friend, you know what? Go ahead, tell her. So Ryan like, yeah, go ahead, tell me. So the friend say, a mimic is an evil spirit that looks like people you love. It sounds like people you love. It moves like people you love. And it tricks you into thinking of somebody that you love. And then it takes you and it eats you. And Ryan's eyes got big as shit. Ryan was like, bullshit. I call bullshit. All her friend. You lying. You lying. Chastain friend was like, no, I ain't lying. It happened to my little sister. I'm telling you. That's why she don't be out here on the beach. What do you mean? Because the mimic says if you under the age of 15 and you get caught on the beach after 6 p.m., then the mimic's gonna come after you. So Ryan's like, what? Chastain friend was like, y'all actually have 5 minutes to get the fuck off the beach, or you'll be no for the mimic to come get you. Ryan's like, bullshit. But anyway, if one of my friends did so happen to believe this and did stay on the beach after 6 p.m. and did have the mimic to come get them, how do they stop the mimic? Just asking, just in case one of my friends want to know. So Chastain look over at her friend. Her friend said, well, the only way to get rid of the mimic is because you disrespected the mimic by being on the beach after 6 p.m., you have to come face to face with the mimic and apologize and hope the mimic forgives you and don't take you and eat you. Ryan eyes got big as shit. Mm-hmm. Okay, whatever. So Ryan was like, y'all heard what she said, right? So if anybody's scared, you got 3 minutes. Get the hell off the beach. All of Ryan's friends jumped straight the fuck up and ran off the beach. But Ryan sat there. Ryan like, I ain't scared. Ryan sat there. Chastain was like, oh, you bad, huh? She like, yep, I'm bad. So she sat there with them. Chastain was out there with her little friends about 7:30. And then she got ready to leave. So Ryan decided to walk with Chastain. So her and Chastain walk home together. They get the house. Grandma said, hey girls, dinner is on the table. So okay, here we come, Grandma. So they wash their hands and everything. They come down and Emily got the food on the table and everything. She sitting in the chair. So they sit down in the chair. She says, Chastain, can you do the prayer? So Chastain said, yes, ma'am, I'll do the prayer. She said, everybody bow your head. So Ryan Chastain bowed their head. Chastain started praying, but Ryan had something telling her, like, look up, Ryan. So she opened her eyes and she looked up and looked over, and Evelyn didn't have her head bowed. She had her hand crossed. She had a creepy ass smile on her face, and she was just staring at Ryan, scared. Ryan jumped back like, at the same time, Chastain saying, "Hey man," and she looks over at Chastain, and Chastain like, "What is wrong with you?" She looks back over at Evelyn, and Evelyn's walking out of the kitchen with 3 glasses of tea. She's sipping tea on the table, and then she sits down. Ryan looking, and she looks at Chastain like, "Did you just see that shit?" And Chastain like, "What's wrong with you?" But she ain't say nothing. She looked over at Evelyn. Evelyn was eating. She looked at Chastain. Chastain was eating. Hmm, hmm. She didn't know what to think. So after dinner, Ryan got up and she went into her room and closed the door because she freaked the fuck out about what happened at the dinner table. What the hell going on? So while she's sitting in her room trying to figure it out, she hear, "Who is it?" "Girl, it's me. Open the door." So she gets up and she opens the door. She sees his Chastain. She turns and walks away from the door. And all you hear is, "Bitch." She's pushed to the floor hard as shit. And she looks back and Chastain runs out the room and closes the door behind her. Ryan get pissed off. Ryan jump up off the floor. She snatches open her bedroom door. She runs down the hallway and pushes Chastain door open. And Chastain like, "What is you doing? I'm in here changing. What is you doing?" And she like, "How you gonna run in there and push me down like that? I ain't even do nothing to you." And Chastain like, "Girl, I ain't been in there to touch you. I been in here changing clothes." She like, "No, the hell you ain't. You just left from out of there pushing me down." And Chastain like, "Me? You sure you saw me?" She like, "Yeah, I saw you." Chastain was like, Girl, I've been in my room the whole time. Sounds like you done saw the mimic." And she started laughing. What the fuck is so funny? I knew it was you, Chastain. Like, stop goddamn playing. When she says that, Chastain door slam closed. Boom. She turns around. Chastain like, "Stop slamming my damn door." She like, "I never touched the damn door, Chastain." Then you hear, "Chastain, Chastain, Ryan, can you open the door? I need to talk to you." So Chastain giggling at Ryan ass. She gets up to get ready to open the door. But before she even gets close to the door, she hears, "Chastain, Chastain, Ryan, can you open the door? I need to talk to you." In the exact same pattern, in the exact same tone and rhythm. But Chastain, stop. The fuck? "Here I come." And before she can get to the door again, "Chastain, Chastain, Ryan, can you open the door? I need to talk to you." But this time, Chastain looked back at Ryan and Ryan eye big as hell. Like, what the hell going on with mama? So Chastain, what wrong with grandma? So Chastain like, Grandma Evelyn, you okay?" And again, "Chastain, Chastain, Ryan, can you open the door? I need to talk to you." Chastain look at Ryan. At this point, Ryan eye big as shit, but tears are running down her face. She's like, "What's wrong with grandma? What's wrong with grandma?" So Chastain says, "Grandma, what's wrong? Why you talking like that?" And again, "Chastain, Chastain, Ryan, can you open the door? I need to talk to you." Fuck, why is she talking like that? "Grandma, are you okay?" And Evelyn just starts to turn the doorknob harder. She get, like hard, turning the doorknob real hard, and she getting aggressive with her tone now. "Chastain, Chastain, Ryan, open the door. I need to talk to you." And it's scaring them because she's turning the door hard and she trying to push the door open. And Chastain is looking at Ryan and Ryan like, "No, don't open the door. Don't open the door." So now she's banging on the door. "Chastain, Chastain, Ryan, open the door. I need to talk to you." Scares Chastain so bad. Chastain runs over to her door and she locks it. She put her back against the door. And you can hear she's still banging on the door. And Ryan screams out, "Grandma Evelyn, are you okay?" She said, "Chastain, Chastain, Ryan, open the door. I need to talk to you." And Chastain is crying. Now she looking like, "What the hell is wrong with grandma?" And Ryan gets up off the bed as slow as she can while Evelyn's still acting a fool at the fucking door. And she walks over to the door. And she say, "Grandma." And it says it again, the exact same phrase and the exact same tone and everything, but it's angry. It sounds aggressive at this point. So she looks at the door, she looks at Chastain, and she said, "Are you the mimic?" And suddenly the door stopped.
Open the door, Ryan. Open the door now, Ryan.
Ryan, like, oh my God, it's the mimic. Chastain, like, what? Like, it's the mimic. It's the mimic. Did you hear the voice change? So it's the Chastain, like, what the hell is going on? So she like, um, mimic, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for disrespecting you. I should have been gone off your beach by 6 p.m., but I didn't. I was being very rude and disrespectful. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I'm sorry that I was on your beach and I'll never do it again.
Open the door, Ryan. Open the door now, Ryan.
Chastain jumped back from the door. Ryan, what do we do? What do we do? And Ryan's again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mimic. I'm sorry. I should have never did this. I apologize. I'm sorry. I should have just been gone by 6, like you said, but I didn't. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And again,
Open the door, Ryan. Open the door right now.
so Ryan takes a deep breath. Chastain said, "Don't you open that damn door. Don't open the door, Ryan." Ryan looked back at Chastain. She's like, "I got to. Like, that's the only way to make it stop. Your friend said I had to apologize to it and face to face. So I gotta open the door. Like right now, I gotta open the door, Chastain. I came to Chastain, like you better not open that damn door." And
Ryan, open the door now.
Ryan turns back to the door. She walks over to the door. She put her hands on the doorknob. "I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I never do it again. Please. I'm sorry." She snatches the door open, and it's nobody there. Chastain jump off her bed, run over to the door where Ryan is, and they both nobody there. They look down the hallway, and they just hear Evelyn's bathroom and her bedroom door open, and she walks out with her robe on. She looks down the hallway and she see Ryan and Chastain staring at her. And she like, "The fuck y'all looking at?" And she walked right on past the doorway. Chastain looked at Ryan. "Come on." So they go check the whole house, and they don't see nobody. They come back upstairs to Evelyn room. "Grandma, grandma, was you just at Chastain? Was you just calling me in Chastain?" Evelyn like, "No, I was in the tub." "So you wasn't just banging on Chastain door calling me in Chastain?" She like, "No, baby, I've been in the tub. I got ever since dinner, my body hurt. So I got my ass in the tub and I've been in the tub about an hour just soaking and it felt so good until I came out and I seen y'all staring at me. I ain't know what the hell was wrong with y'all." This ain't like, "So grandma, you never came to my door." "How many times I gotta tell y'all? No, I never came to your damn door, girl. Can we sleep in here?" "No, not in my bed." "We'll sleep on the floor." "Fine, sleep on the floor then." Both of them grabbed their shit and went and slept on the floor in Evelyn's room. "Grandma, can we close your door?" "Close the door. I don't care." They closed the door and everything. They could not wait for their parents to come pick their ass up. They wanted to put as much distance between them and the beach as soon as possible. Their parents got there, picked them up, took them home. They was all good. After that incident, when they did go back over to grandma's house, oh, they was in the house before 6 o'clock. They was nowhere near the beach, outside, in a park, near the trees, in the front yard, on the stoop, nothing. They was in the fucking house before 6 p.m. because they didn't want nothing like that to happen again. And they never told their friends what happened. They never spoke of it to either one of them. But after that shit went down, Chastain had a little bit more respect for Ryan. But Ryan wasn't scared. She booked, she went up to the door, she opened the door. So Chastain did have a little bit more respect for her. So when they did go over their grandma's house and she was out hanging with her friends and Ryan showed up, she didn't make a big deal about Ryan being there. It was just like she had a mutual respect, like, "You good, you know what I'm saying? You'll be you all right." You know what I'm saying? They both would go home before 6 p.m. So ever since that happened, they don't even let their kids be out at that time. They don't think it's just secluded to like kids being out at the beach at 6. They think if the kids are out, period, at 6, after 6 o'clock, that is grounds for invitation for the mimic. Just come give you a visit, fuck with you. So leave if you want to. Um, we all know how mimics can be, so one time. Right. It only took one time. And they don't be outside past 6. Their kids ain't allowed to be outside past 6. They never confirmed to their friends that, that shit was real or nothing. They just never spoke on it. They just always made it a habit to be in the house before 6. And when their friends asked, Why you going in the house so early? Grandma cooked early. So if we want hot dinner, we gotta go in the house early. And everybody respected their excuse. That's what they did. They never stayed out past 6. And to this day, they don't even let their own kids be out the house past 6. You gotta be in the house by 6. I don't give a fuck how old you is. You could be 17 years old. Your ass gotta be in the house by 6. Long as you live under my roof, you gotta be in the house by 6. Now, when you get your own shit, you can be out as late as you want to fucking be out. But in my house, you will not bring that shit back here. So 6 in the house. No, no exception at all. Uh about mimics, yeah, mimics are real shit. So I wouldn't say, keep an eye out for the 6 p.m. time. I don't know how that shit works. That how it worked in their situation, but mimics are real fucking life, like real life. So you ever have, like I said, you ever had one of them times when you was in the house doing something and somebody called your name, somebody like your children, mama, and you get your ass up and you go back there and be like, what you want? They be like, I ain't call you. You ever had them situations that happen to you? Or times you was in the house or outside and your husband will be like, babe, some shit like that. And you get up, you come in and be like, you call me? And you be like, nope. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that. How do you explain it? How do you explain what's going on? Like, how do you explain that shit? It happens all the time. You can have a mimic in your house and not realize it until some shit like that happens. You know what I'm saying? Just give y'all another quick little story. I'm gonna give y'all 3 for the night. Give y'all another quick little story. Um, I had a friend who back in the day worked as a counselor. So she worked for as a counselor at our camp. She had been in camp all these times before, ain't never had an issue and everything. Well, one day we went out to the lake. We was in the canoes and we went out on the lake. So we in the canoes and everything. She did a head count when we got on canoe. She did a head count when we got off the canoe. Now we get off the canoe and we go back to get on the bus. We get on the bus. We get back to camp. When we get back to camp to get off the bus, the girl, one of the girls that she swore was in the canoe with us. One of the girls she swore was on the bus with us never even went with us. But she saw this girl the whole time we was on this trip in the fucking canoe. Like she saw her. She counted her. She was a head count. She counted her. 41. She put the girl fucking life jacket over her so she can get in the canoe. And we all got in the fucking canoe and we canoed. And then we got back. And when we got off the bus, this little girl come running up like, no, like Counselor Nikki, why you didn't, come and get me? And it scared the shit out of my homegirl because she like, you went with us. Stop lying. Like this little girl was so serious. She was crying because she thought the counselor didn't believe her when she was saying she didn't go. She like, I didn't go, Counselor Nikki. And my homegirl was like, yes, you did. I put your life jacket on you. And this little girl was crying like I did not go. I did not go. And other counselors was coming, getting involved and everything. And she was telling them like, I took her. Like she went with us. She was swearing down. She went with us. I put her damn life jacket on her. She sat next to me in the canoe. She went on this, canoeing trip because I guess the girl was trying to go on a canoeing trip again, but you were only allowed to go canoeing once a week. So if she went with us, then she ain't allowed to go again. But the girl said she didn't even go with us. And real shit, to be honest with you, I couldn't remember if the girl was with us or not. But my counselor swore down this fucking girl was on the bus. She counted her by head. She put a fucking life jacket on her. She sat next to her in the fucking canoe. She got back on the bus and counted her by head. And then when we get off the fucking bus, this girl is like, I didn't go. My counselor was so fucking thrown off by that. It scared the hell out of her. She was like, that girl went with us. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. I'm talking about it got so big and the council was flipping out so bad about it that they had the bus that we rode on to get the video to like play the video back to see if the little girl actually got home because they was talking about kicking the little girl out for lying. Like they felt like she had took this lie to the extreme of saying she didn't go. So they was talking about kicking her out because that ain't what we represent. We're raising young, young adults, not liars and all that bullshit. So they was talking about kicking this little girl out for taking it so far. Like she was calling the counselor a liar. So they was talking about kicking her ass out. If they seen video of her on the fucking bus, she would be kicked out for lying. Y'all, All I know is when them counselors went in there and viewed that motherfucking video, Counselor Nikki, she came out that bitch with her mouth wide open, eyes big as saucers. She could not believe that shit. And the other counselors was kind of shook too, because they was like, they didn't see the little girl on the bus. Like they saw the little girl get on the bus. The video shows her getting on the bus, but when we got off at the lake to go canoeing, she wasn't on the bus. They didn't see her get off the bus. They saw the whole group get off the bus, but they didn't see her get off the bus. They didn't see her get back on the bus when we got ready to leave, but they seen her run back up to the bus when we pulled back up to the camp. So all the counselors was shook on that shit. Like they saw her get on. This is it's like this little girl got on the bus and jumped out a fucking window before we pulled off. Like that's how it looked to the counselor. But Nikki was like, she knows for a fact that girl was in the goddamn raft with us. She put that goddamn life jacket on her. That girl did not be a counselor no more after that shit. She was so shook by that shit. It scared her. Like it really fucking scared her because it would scare me too to know I did all this shit with you and y'all show up late in your ass like I didn't go. So after that shit happened to Counselor Nikki, she was done. She was like, nope, she didn't even come back that next year. She was done. I was just like, whoa, I couldn't believe that shit. And the only way we really found out about it is because it ended up being like a camp story, you know what I'm saying, about how we have a mimic in the camp that's mimicking kids in the camp. And that shit got started at my camp that, it was a mimic in the camp. They were calling it a mimic though, they was calling it like a doppelganger, but they were saying it was something in the camp that made itself look like other kids. And all the counselors knew about this shit. I'm about to see that video. All the counselors pretty much knew about that shit and was confirming it when kids in camp ran up to ask them about it. Like, is it a such thing as a mimic, or is it something out here that's looking like other kids? The counselors were confirming that shit. Like, well, last year we had a child get on a bus and never got on a bus. You know what I'm saying? Like, whew, I just know my counselor Nikki never came back. My homegirl never came back after that. She was shook behind that shit because she felt like she was going crazy. She's like, I know this little girl was there. I know it. I know it. I touched her. I like put this fucking life jacket on her. I snapped it. I know she was there, but the video only showed her getting on the bus. It never showed her getting off at the lake. It never showed her getting back on at the lake. It just showed her running up to the bus when we got back to the campsite. But she got on the bus. So I don't know how to explain that shit. It's just, yeah. So the mimic is nothing to fuck with. Like I told y'all, my rules for the mimic situation, if you ever come across a situation like that, where you in the house and you doing something and you hear somebody call your name from another room, verify first. But they say if you answer, it could be the devil calling you. So you ain't supposed to answer when people call you out of random areas you don't know about. You get your ass up and you go in there and ask the person, did you call me? And if they say, yeah, I called you, they can go ahead and finish talking. But they say, no, I didn't call you, but you heard your name called. Don't answer that shit. Don't answer that shit. It ain't like a cell phone. Don't answer that shit. Because you can't hang this motherfucker up. Don't answer that shit. You in the kitchen cooking, and you hear one of your kids say, Mama, don't be like, what? Because you just fucked up answering that person. Better get your ass up, go in there and ask your child, did you call me? 9 times out of 10, if they didn't call you, they're going to tell you no. And you're going to be like, who the fuck called me? Trust that shit. Don't trust that shit. Don't answer that shit. So that's just my little piece of advice. Uh, yeah, Marcus. Don't answer that shit. Just get up and go find out if somebody calls you. Don't respond. Just go see. It ain't that far. It's just in the house. Just walk in there and ask them. And I guarantee you motherfucker gonna be like either yes or no. But if they tell you no, I didn't call you, it's gonna fuck you up because you're gonna be like, who the fuck called me? So yeah. Don't scare yourself. Just don't answer that shit. Ignore that shit unless the person that was calling you for real get up like, yeah, we calling you. Nope, I ain't know if it was you for sure. So I was just waiting on you to come in and say something. Now I know it's you. What you want? And that solved the problem. No, Aaliyah, I haven't seen Talk to Me yet. I can't wait to see it. I've been trying to see the blackening. Somebody sent me a link for the blackening, but I couldn't get that to work. I think it was wasted link for the blackening. But if you're over on Telegram, you got a link for Talk to Me. I would gladly like it. Thank you. But that was you guys' story times for tonight. Y'all actually got 3 instead of 2. So, let me see. Thank you, Chastain. Thank you, Reese with a C. Alrighty, guys. So it's just 4. So it's Step, Evelyn, Reese, and Chastain. So it'll be one story for you guys on Tuesday. So I'll probably keep y'all like 30 minutes on Tuesday. And then y'all can go on and have y'all business. And yeah, so it's Friday. Y'all enjoy your weekend. I love y'all. Thank y'all for spending this hour with me. I greatly appreciate y'all love and support of the channel. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. I will see you guys on Tuesday at 7:30 Eastern with another creepy but true horror story. So y'all know my motto: stay safe, social distance, and don't slap the sleeves off a bitch unless she earns it. I love you guys and good night. Have a great weekend.